What is up, guys? Dan from the Madden YouTube channel. Today's video, we're going to show you guys a red zone money play out of the single back wing tight pair. But before we do that, guys, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys check that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to watch me play Madden 20 live, check me out on the Twitch platform, twitch.tv/ZanMadden. The link is in the description, and I do have exclusive sub-only content for my Twitch Prime and Tier 1 subscribers. My Tier 2 subscribers get my Washington Redskins offense included on top of those sub tips every single Friday. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into today's tip. We're going to be looking at the single back wing pair. Now, this is a formation that has 3 tight ends overloaded to one side of the formation. If your opponent does not base align their defense out of the huddle, you'll notice that everyone on the field on the defense will be over one gap. As you can see, I've got the user on defense on the nose tackle, and he's actually head up on the right guard rather than the center, because this is technically such a strong formation to the right side that they viewed the right guard as the center of the defense rather than the actual center on the field. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up something that will work against any zone coverage. This should remind you a lot of my red zone tip that I put out just 2 weeks ago out of the pistol weak formation in this very same playbook. The Washington Redskins playbook is a hot route master offense for me personally, and with golden tickets arriving today and Michael Vick getting the hot route master and the escape artist, that will be my new quarterback for this offense. It's going to take a huge step forward. I can assure you there's really no offense out there that's going to benefit more from getting mobility than there are the offenses out there that already have route chems and an escape artist quarterback. It's going to be really nice to be able to have a mobile quarterback, but you're also going to be able to set up hot route master stuff now with Vic. So I'd assume he would be the meta quarterback no matter what offense you run. So this should be something that you guys are adding no matter what playbook you are in. Pretty much, I would say a vast majority of the popular playbooks have the single back wing pair. So you should be fine with this. Now, the play that we're calling is stick. We're going to go ahead and streak the X receiver. He's going to be a pull route. We're going to go ahead and put the hot route master corner on the most inside tight end and smart route it so it breaks right at the end zone, the goal line. So that's going to be a low ball pass if they don't user it in tandem with the flat that is underneath of that route. And what we're going to do is we're going to motion the outside tight end across the formation. Now, he doesn't actually go to tight end. He goes into the backfield to fullback position, and we're going to put him on a streak out of the backfield. Now, we're going to go through the entire gamut of zone coverage plays here. Start off with cover 4. That's a very popular red zone defense. And what we're going to be doing here is you're going to throw the ball to the B receiver with an inside pass lead. Anytime you see cover 4 or cover 2, it's an inside pass lead. You're going to be able to squeeze the throw inside that safety. You're going to see right here, just throw that ball right there and make a toe tap in the back of the end zone. They will have to user it. Even a zoned out safety like Earl Thomas will not make that play. We'll go ahead and illustrate that for you here again. Here is your setup where you motion this guy. You put the inside tight end on a smart corner route, streak the outside receiver, and this is just going to be an inside pass lead to Watson. Right as he gets behind that linebacker, toe tap in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Super easy. Now, of course, they're going to user this. They may end up using this after the first time they see it. That's why we have the low ball corner route to our inside tight end. So we're going to go ahead and run this exact same route combination again here. Let's say, for instance, they were to sit on this linebacker and just man up on Watson. So to simulate that, I'm going to go ahead and click off of binds, but you see that I placed him in man coverage to kind of act like that's a user player. When you see that, you're going to go ahead and throw a low ball to Devlin. Now, what Devlin is doing, he's going to break right at the goal line, and there's going to be a small hole that you can throw to. And you want to throw a low ball. That's left trigger on the Xbox, L2 on PlayStation, and you want to possession catch it to make sure he falls to the ground. So you're going to see right here how we just throw this low ball, and we fall to the ground. Obviously, if you have a real tight end instead of a fullback like I've got there in Devlin, this is something that you're going to be able to do pretty consistently. I'll go ahead and show this to you again here just really quick. So again, here's your route combination. Anytime you see cover 3 or cover 4, you're going to hit this low ball right on the cut. Just throw this low ball, fall to the ground, pick up your touchdown right at the goal line. So they've got to be 2 places at once with their user against that setup. Let's go ahead and go to cover 3 here. We'll go ahead and show you that same low ball here against your cover 3. Again, both these defenses, cover 4 and cover 3, have curl flats and hook curls. So the general principle of this is the exact same, so you should be just fine with this setup. Now, the one thing I will say is that on this example, you got a safety on the right side that is in the buzz zone. So just kind of be paying attention to that. You might have a little bit harder squeeze here, but again, it's the same principle. You can throw that low ball right there. Now, the other thing about cover 3, we're going to transition into cover 3 here and continue calling that. with this same setup, what you're going to notice is that the safety is going to play a little bit differently in cover 3. So with that low ball corner, now you see that the safety is drifting over to that corner. You're going to throw an outside pass lead. But the problem is, because it's a corner route, that safety then can retreat back to center field. So I'll go ahead and illustrate that again for you here. You saw in the previous play how the safety drifts over to the tight end side. But when he breaks to the outside, the safety is like, okay, not my responsibility anymore. And then you see how he starts to drift over to the left. So you're taking a look at Earl Thomas. You see how once that guy cuts, Earl Thomas is like, okay, I'm going to start drifting over this way. So if you really want to throw the ball to the back of the end zone to that player, what you want to do is probably go with something like this. You would go with a streak rather than a low ball corner. And then I just like a little angle route with the hot route master quarterback. That's just going to give me a little low ball to the right bumper player as he cuts back over the middle. And now what's going to end up happening is with Devlin on the streak, that's going to pull the free safety all the way over to that side, allowing us to throw an outside pass lead right there in the back of the end zone. So that's the difference, right? If you have a corner route, that safety might retreat and get back over to the streak out of the backfield to the fullback. But if you leave an actual streak on there, he'll stay over on that side. So I'm not sure if I said that correctly. If you have a corner route, he'll retreat back to the fullback side. If you have a streak, he'll stay on the tight end side with the streak. Now, when we take a look at the replay on the previous play, you see that when they're in cover 3, you run the streak. You got this little trail route that you can throw a low ball right. Basically, you want to just kind of throw an inside low ball and fall down right around the 2, and that's going to give you second and goal from the 1. So, this is a tip that you can run from anywhere. I would say between the 15 and the 5 in the red zone for this. Now let's go ahead and go into Tampa 2. This is another 2 high defense, much like cover 4. And with this defense, what you want to do is you want to throw that inside pass lead once again to the B tight end. So you're going to see right here how we're going to be able to kind of throw that back of the end zone. You saw right there, Brady's pro reads lit him up. He's wide open, right? So, but here's the problem though. In cover 2, you have vertical hooks and cloud flats rather than hook curls and curl flats. So your low ball corner route is not an option here. So you see right here, the cloud flat takes that, and then the vertical hook plays outside leverage on the corner route. So what you're going to want to do here, in my opinion, is maybe go with some sort of like curl flat concept. So what I mean by that is you might want to go ahead and try to, just kind of curl up Devlin and see if you can get, if they're usering on this play, it might be a situation where if they're using the right inside linebacker, you could throw that curl right at the stick. So you're going to see right here, it's not necessarily open, but you still have the inside pass lead. You're really going to have to manipulate. Obviously, in all these examples, this is AI. So, you're probably going to see your opponent user someone. If you could pick up on tendencies, if they prefer to user this linebacker and man up with binds, and you're picking up on those tendencies when you're running this, don't be afraid to attack that hole that they're vacating to guard Watson. So, like I said, you might go back to this concept where you just kind of run a low ball trail and then throw, that was actually a low pass inaccurate for some reason. It said accurate, but it was definitely an inaccurate. But you see pro reads lit up this player. This little throw, this little return route right here, this is a low ball. I mean, throw this ball and make the dive and see if you can fall right in the end zone. So don't necessarily be afraid to mix up the route combination with the other 2 tight ends. That's something that you should be doing. So again, here in the cover 2, you go to the return route, the trail route, and then you just throw kind of like a little baby low ball right there. And you see how you get that dive, and now you're down second and goal at the 1. So now you can run the ball, run your stretches, your dives, things like that. So you guys, this is a red zone play in the Washington Redskins offense. This is a hot route master offense for me. If you guys are getting the new Michael Vick, this is where you want to be on offense. Again, check me out on the Twitch platform, twitch.tv/ZanMadden. I have this offense for my tier 2 subscribers. You also get sub tips every single Friday. Last week's sub tip was how to bag bunch week with the 3-4 bear, which is my primary defense. This week's is going to be how to completely bag the near close flex offense. We already showed you how to stop the fullback dive last week. Now we're going to show you guys how to bag all the routes, the rollout corners, the skinny posts, the tight end delays, everything this Friday. So if you guys are a tier 2 sub, you'll get the Washington Redskins offense. You can drop Vic right into this and get running one of the most unique and fun offenses out there right now in the competitive Madden community. And you'll also get those sub tips on defense to bag all the metas that are being thrown your way. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video, supporting the channel. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.